If you like any of the Crescent Lufkin tools, I have 3 of their chalk reels to review. We'll just see how they stand up against the competition. You know me. I will give you my complete unbiased opinion, good or bad. I'm Rick, and this shut the heck up, you stinking roosters. Nailed that for your sanity! This is the shack. Hey everybody, welcome. Yes, we got a quick tool review. Crescent Lufkin, I got 3 of their chalk reels. I'm going to just kind of go over each one of them. I'm going to do a quick little demo. Main thing with chalk reels is when you pull the line out, you don't want a lot of chalk dumping out on the ground depending on what you're working on, especially in a nice customer's home. If you're doing something, you want chalk flying all around. And you don't want the chalk dumping out in your tool belt. So just going to give my impression of this. We're going to see how much chalk comes out of these, give my overall view of the build and stuff. And we have a problem already with one of these. So let's just get into it. I don't know if you can hear it out there. We actually got some rain. Okay, these are the 3 chalk reels from Crescent Lufkin. This is your basic entry, same functionality as 90% of the chalk reels out there. It's a 50-foot reel. This is a CL50. This is the next level up, and this is kind of like their new design. If you look at their tape measure, looks the same, very cool looking. This is also plastic, as is this. This is a 100-foot reel, the CL0100, and this is the Contractor grade, top of the line, basically metal body, but all this is plastic. This is a CLA100. So we're going to start off, go over this one real quickly, and make our way through all 3 of these. Hey, real quick, I always ask that you would consider subscribing, and if you do, ring the ding 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 that bell down there so you are notified when the videos do come out. Give it a thumbs up, like and a share. It helps the channel. Thank you so much. Back to the video. The CL50, 50 foot, will do just about any job you are going to do. Nothing spectacular about it. It's a plastic body with a rubberized shielding on it, I guess you call it. And again, the same design as the tape measures. This is basically like the rest of the market as far as functionality. You pull the chalk reel out, and I have used this one. I used it on the last trip we went to Mexico. We did some work. I used it there just to try it out. Had no issues with it. It's just your basic chalk reel, plastic, metal handle. If you reel it in and you can't lock it, so you push down like you do every other one, push it, line it up with the hole, and then you're done. It won't come out. It hangs down much like a lot of the other ones do. It's just the way it is. I had no issues with it as far as grabbing it, putting it in, taking it out of my tool belt, the pouch of my tool belt. The old school ones are the same. They have a little slot here, and this one's kind of hard, but that's where you fill the chalk in, close it up, and this is hard. It doesn't slide very easy, but it holds it. Again, I had no issues with any of the chalk coming out, so it was fine. But it's just your basic chalk reel, and it would do most of the jobs you want to do, especially if you just use it on occasion on certain projects around the house. 50 foot is going to get plenty for you, and this is about all you'll need. Check in the description below. I'll have links to all of these. Next up, we have the Step Up, and this is where this model has some features that are pretty cool, but I'm not sure about longevity. This is the Crescent Lufkin 100 foot CL0100 plastic body. This is all rubberized as the other one is. Difference from this compared to a lot of the other, my Milwaukee, this you push down. If you're reeling it up and you end up there, you can't get it into the slot. So you have to push it just like the other one, line it up, and then there you find a little tab to lock your handle in, same as this one. And that's pretty basic as far as 90% of your chalk reels. What they've done different is, as far as Crescent Lufkin, you have a lock here. This mechanism here locks it. So I haven't put any chalk in this one yet. If you want to pull the line out, you can't. It's locked. You turn this, you see right there, little tab, turn it, unlock it. Now, grab a hold of it, it pulls out. So when you go to reel it up, you reel it in, fold over your handle, and I've noticed it doesn't, like it maybe has to line up somehow in here, but it's pretty close. So you just turn it a little bit, and there it goes. But you have a little bit of play. Lock it in, and there it locks. A couple of times I had to play with it to get it to go all the way in and lock, but it does work. The gearing on this, planetary gearing, this is a 6-to-1, reels up very quickly. The basic model, this one is a 3-to-1. It has this little boot on the bottom, and that's where you fill it up. Now the problem I have with this is, I don't know if I can get it to work, but there's a slit. You basically put your chalk in there. Get the cap off of this. Oh my gosh, come on. My hands are cold and not working. There we go. Basically, you shove that in there and you fill it up, because there's a slit in this little rubber grommet thing here. And then you pull it out. The problem is, I can still see a gap in there, and I don't know if I'm going to do it this way and get my light. You can see, there you go, see? There's a gap in there. So a few times filling this up, that doesn't close up. That's going to get chalk dust out of there. I don't like that. That is, I don't care for. It's a nice thought, but I don't know. I just don't like that. So that is a little iffy. That I could see being problematic over time. We'll be getting dust out of there. I like the fact that your hook stays in. This opens up, which I think I would almost prefer to open it that way and fill it up. This, I think, would be where I go, and it's snug. This is snug. I like that. For, again, I think both of these are perfect for the homeowner. I think I would lean towards this one, because doing projects around the house, I'm not going to need anything over 50 foot, so this would be plenty. Okay, now the final one. This is the CLA100. This is more of a contractor grade, all metal. Same issue with the other one. They actually call it a one-way check valve, but it's just that rubber with the slit in it. So you can poke that in there, fill it up, pull it out. You could see the crack in there. That means if you can see the light, dust, chalk will come out. But unfortunately with this one, I'm not sure if I have a faulty one. I actually contacted Lufkin, a rep, and I told him I'm having issues, and I actually sent him a video, and I don't know if I still have, if I deleted it. This was about a month and a half ago, and I was waiting for a reply before I did the review, but I never got a reply, so I'm just going to go off my experience with it. And I'm going to compare it to the one I use all the time. There was one video out there I saw, and the guy complained that this comes off. In his tool belt, in the pouch, it hits and turns. I'm telling you, I'm pushing on that, and it's not coming off. This is snug. It does not come loose, so I don't know where this guy is coming off at. This one, from the first day I received it, see, look at that. Again, I'm just going to just hit it with my fingernail. See how it turns? It turns. This pops off way too easy. And that's why there's no chalk line on here. It's in there. Here's the hook. I took it apart because I was trying to figure out some way. I think I can get a small O-ring, a thin one, put it on here, clamp it on, and it'll keep it tight. Because right now, that's way too loose. And I did an example. I had contacted the rep and I showed him the video I did with this. I put it in my pouch, in my tool belt, took it out, just threw it in there, you know, grabbed it, pulled it out, threw it in there, grabbed it, take it, pulled it out. And about 5 or 6 times, and it finally caught, and it came off. Just, you know, pulling these in and out, other side don't matter. Reach in, I grab it. There's tools in there. Oh. Turned a little bit right there. It's very loose. I've already had it open up, pull it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. This thing, it doesn't lock. There's something wrong with that. Like, there's all your chalk spilling out into your pouch, or when you pull it out, it's pouring everywhere. I'm like, dude, something's wrong with this one. I hope they're not all like this. I just got a bad one, so unfortunately I haven't got a reply back. I can't say anything different than my experience. It's a 100-foot chalk line. It's all cast metal. This is plastic, but I'm really surprised they didn't put the rubber around this just to accent it. I think that would really set it off, but they didn't do that. So I'm going to get a white board, set it down, pull all these out, and just see how much chalk comes out of it. Can't do nothing with this one because of the fact that this is a flaw, and I don't want to put chalk in there when this comes off so easy. Okay, you see I have this whiteboard. I have the 3 chalk lines we're going to test, but I'm going to compare it to my Milwaukee. And again, this is 1.5 years, 2 years old maybe, I forget how long now. And that little sponge in the tip, after you pull that line in and out so many times, it will wear that seal. It won't be as good. Basically what I'm going to do is take the chalk line, I'm going to hook it down here, pull it out, pull it taut, snap it on all 3 of these, and then we're going to see how much chalk falls out and what the chalk lines look like. The Crescent Lufkin, supposedly they have their own type of chalk, so we'll see. I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, my knees are killing me, so we'll just do the best we can. We'll shake it, make sure there's chalk at the end, and we're going to pull it down, snap a line, and we'll see. And I put my knee on here so it doesn't pull. That's one. Wow, a lot of chalk coming out of that. Okay, we'll leave that one there. Number 2, again, we have to unlock it, pull the chalk line out. We can pull on it. There's no way to really hold that, and then we gotta lock it again, pull it taut, and snap it. Unlock it, open this up, reel it up. Yeah, that's kind of a hassle. And unlock it. And then we'll do my Milwaukee, same thing, push down to release it, hook it down there. Aye! Damn. Well, let me wipe that off. Shake it, make sure we got plenty down there. Hook it on the bottom. Pull tight. Ooh, man. snap it. Yeah, this thing is really starting to wear out down there at the tip. And then we have it to bring it, as you can see. Yeah, not too bad. You can see pretty good there. The 50-foot reel, a little bit pours out at the beginning, but not too bad the rest of the way. Much more ease of use. It's a single hand operation. Push down and release it, pull the line until you get to the point you want to snap it, release, pull it more, lock in, pull it tight, snap it. The larger 100-foot reel with the locking mechanism, a little less chalk, but again, there's no way to really hold it, and it came out real easy. It feels like you don't have any control if you want to stop it for some reason. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels very loose, and it could get away from you when you're pulling the line. But a little less, a little bit at the beginning, but definitely a lot less. I think I put too much chalk in the Milwaukee, but you can see a lot of chalk came out. But the seal wears out after time. That is 1.5 to 2 years old, a lot of use, so you see the difference. And I wish I had a film of this when I first got it. It was either comparable or less than the chalk on the Lufkin in the beginning. It was very good, but that's how they all are. You can only be chalk free for so long before that diaphragm, that little sponge thing or whatever at the tip, wears out. It's just what's going to happen. You can see the difference between 2 years old versus brand new. Don't know if that's a fair comparison, but that's what we got. Well, my final thoughts. I was hoping it would be better than this, but unfortunately it isn't. Out of these two, would be my preference. Like all my other chalk reels, including this one, basically you hook it on to the edge of your material, pushes down, that releases it. You can, I almost say, riding the clutch. You can feel it. The line stays more taut with this design versus the other one. You get it in, you let it off, it clicks in, you pull it taut, snap your line. This one, that was my first time using it, this style. When I put it in the unlock, it just spooled very freely. I couldn't see being able to keep that line off the material, keeping it somewhat taut until I get to the end where I can lock it in, pull it taut, and snap it. It just felt very free reeling, very, very loose. I didn't like that. So if I'm doing stuff in Mexico and I'm needing a 20-foot line here and I'm pulling out, it's just like going to be drooping down. Like, wait a minute, I got to use my hand or something. Somehow I got to just give it some tension to keep the line a little tighter, and then I didn't like that feel. The metal one sucks. Personally, I think I got a bad one, but I haven't heard back. I don't know. I haven't gotten another one to compare it to. Hopefully it's not a consistent thing. Hopefully it is a isolated incident. Again, if you have one, please let us know one way or the other. I would appreciate that. This one, I'm not a fan of this now. After using it, I don't care for it. I think it freewheels too much. I like this one the best because I like the way it does. It would be cool if this had a tip that would seat into, lock it, keep it out of the way, but I've had this style for so long, and even on the old style, it's just the way it is. I'm used to it. But I kind of like that idea of it sitting in there. If they would have put that tip on this, that would have been sweet. There. So that's my final thought. If you're a weekend worker, projects around the house, this is one I would suggest because this would definitely do you good. You don't need 100 foot, you're not doing anything huge. Even building sheds and stuff, this would be sufficient for you. That's it. That's the final thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take back your shack. Build it for your sanity. Thanks again for watching. We will see you next video.